Grange, a suburb of Chicago, is a village in Cook County, in the U.S. state of Illinois. The population was 15,550 at the 2010 census. History. The area around Grange was first settled in the 1830s, when Chicago residents moved out to the west due to the rapid population increase in the city in the decade since its incorporation. The first settler, Robert Leach, came to the area in 1830, 7 years before the city of Chicago was incorporated. Grange's location, at approximately 13 miles from the Chicago Loop, is not considered far from the city by today's standards, but in that time the residents enjoyed the peace of rural life without much communication with urban residents. The village was officially incorporated on June 11, 1879. It was founded by Franklin Dwight Cosset, who was born in Granby, Connecticut, and raised in Tennessee, and moved to Chicago in 1862, where he built a successful wholesale grocery business. In 1870, Cosset purchased several hundred acres of farmland in Lyons Township, along the Chicago-Dixon Road, known today as Ogden Avenue. Ogden Avenue, on the site of a defunct Native American trail, was also referred to as the Old Plank Road. Planks were often stolen by settlers to be used as building material, which made traveling very bumpy. When the Chicago, Burlington and Amp, Quincy Railroad came to town, Grange was a milk stop called Hazel Glen, a few miles to the south through present-day Willow Springs. The Illinois and Michigan Canal had emerged as a major shipping corridor, connecting Chicago and the Great Lakes with the Illinois and Mississippi rivers. Cosset set out to build the ideal suburban village, laying out streets, planting trees, donating property for churches and schools, and building quality homes for sale. He also placed liquor restrictions in the land deeds he sold to prevent the village from becoming a saloon town. When Cosset began his development, the area was served by a post office known as Kensington, but upon learning of another community already with the name in Illinois, Cosset decided to name his town in honor of Grange, Tennessee, where he had been raised as a youth on an uncle's cotton farm. However, today Kensington remains the name of one of the village's major avenues. After the Great Chicago Fire of 1871 destroyed much of that city, thousands of its citizens sought new homes and opportunities far from the city's ills but within a convenient commute. Grange was ideally situated to accommodate them. Geography. Grange is located at 41.80806 degrees north, 87.87333 degrees west, 41.80806 minus 87.87333, about 13 miles west of Chicago. According to the 2010 census, Grange has a total area of 2.52 square miles, all land. Two major railroad tracks run through the village, including the Burlington Northern Santa Fe and the CSX Indiana Harbor Belt lines. Some 14,000 years ago, the land under Grange sat on the western shore of Lake Chicago, predecessor to Lake Michigan. The prehistoric shoreline today is delineated by Bluff Avenue, a north-south street on the village's east side. Demographics. As of the census of 2000, there were 15,608 people, 5,624 households, and 4,049 families residing in the village. The population density was 6,220.7 people per square mile. There were 5,781 housing units at an average density of 2,304.1 per square mile. The racial makeup of the village was 91.02% white, 6.02% African American, 1.00% Asian, 0.09% Native American, 0.02% Pacific Islander, 0.99% from other races, and 0.86% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race comprised 3.66% of the population. The top 5 ancestries reported in LaGrange as of the 2000 census were Irish, German, Polish, Italian and English. There were 5,624 households, out of which 37.9% had children under the age of 18 living with them. 60.3% were married couples living together. 9.2% had a female householder with no husband present, and 28.0% were non-families. 24.5% of all households were made up of individuals, and 9.7% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.67 and the average family size was 3.23. In the village, the population was spread out with 28.5% under the age of 18, 4.8% from 18 to 24, 29.4% from 25 to 44, 23.8% from 45 to 64, and 13.5% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 38 years. For every 100 females there were 94.2 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 87.4 males. The median income for a household in the village was $80,342, and the median income for a family was $95,554. Males had a median income of $62,030 versus $41,260 for females. The per capita income for the village was $34,887. About 3.2% of families and 4.0% of the population were below the poverty line, including 4.3% of those under age 18 and 4.4% of those age 65 or over. Economy, business and commerce. LaGrange is the mailing address for the headquarters of Electromotive Diesel, formerly General Motors Electromotive Division, a major manufacturer of railroad locomotives and diesel engines. The headquarters, engineering facilities and parts manufacturing operations actually are located in the adjacent village of McCook. Originally, the locomotives were also built there, but in more recent years final assembly has moved to EMD's other facility in Muncie, Indiana. The downtown area, centered along and around LaGrange Road and the BNSF railway line, grew somewhat run down during the 1980s. However, the mid to late 1990s saw a revival, with many new businesses opening including Trader Joe's and Pier I. Many of these new businesses are restaurants. LaGrange draws much of this business from the neighboring town of Western Springs, since Western Springs did not allow the sale of alcoholic beverages in restaurants until recently. In June 2006, animal statues were placed around the downtown area, mimicking the famous Chicago cows. This expansion of the downtown led to increased congestion, or often parking became difficult to find, especially on weekends. One proposal to remedy this was the building of a parking garage in a current parking lot area, Some very vocal residents, however, opposed this as a waste of tax dollars. Eventually, a referendum on the parking garage was passed. Ground was broken on March 3, 2005. The parking structure is now complete and operational. The parking structure was paid for by a grant from the state for the advancement of public transportation. The upkeep is paid for by an increase in the sales tax at restaurants and other entertainment establishments. There was no increase in the local property taxes. Grange holds numerous public activities and festivals. The annual Pet Parade celebrated its 60th anniversary June 3, 2006. Art fairs, historic house walks, carnivals, and farmers' markets are also common, mostly taking place in the downtown area. Arts and culture, architecture. A few homes in town were designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. There is even a bootleg house, one he designed on the side, contrary to his employment agreement, when he was supposed to be working exclusively for architect Louis Sullivan. Wright was reportedly fired over this and similar employment agreement infractions. Government. The Village of Grange is a non-home rule municipal corporation and operates under a board-manager form of government. A 7-member board of trustees, elected as provided by state law, serves 4-year overlapping terms. A village manager is appointed by the board. The village has 6 operating departments: administration, finance, police, fire, community development and public works. The village is in Illinois' 3rd congressional district, and is represented by Dan Lipinski. The village is served by the Park District of Grange with a 5-member board of commissioners, elected as provided by state law, which serves 4-year overlapping terms. An executive director is appointed by the board. Endorsing organizations. The longest-lived continuing endorsing organization in Grange is the Citizens Council. As all such organizations under the village manager form of government, it is non-partisan. The council in particular seeks, evaluates, and recommends candidates for the village, library and park district boards. Other non-partisan slating organizations form periodically to seek and support candidates for the various elected boards. Education. Public schools. Grange has public elementary schools, including 2 of the 4 schools in Grange Elementary School District 102, Cosset School and Ogden Avenue School. Park Junior High is also part of District 102, but is located in Grange Park, Illinois. Grange Elementary School District 102 also includes Forest Road Elementary in Grange Park, and Congress Park Elementary in Brookfield. 2 other elementary schools in Grange are part of Grange Elementary School District 105, 7th Avenue School and Spring Avenue School, both located on the streets that share the names. Gary Middle School also serves District 105. Some students in the southwest portion of Grange are serviced by Highlands Elementary School and Highlands Middle School in nearby Grange Highlands, part of Grange Highlands School District 106. St. Cletus and St. Francis Xavier serve as the 2 Roman Catholic schools in Grange. St. John's Lutheran is the one Lutheran elementary school within the village limits. Lyons Township High School in Grange, originally founded in 1888, now has 2 campuses. North Campus, located in Grange, is used by juniors and seniors and was the original high school. Freshmen and sophomores go to South Campus, founded in 1956, located in neighboring Western Springs. The campus was split due to lack of available land for expansion around the original building. Previously there also was a junior college associated with the high school, but due to increasing enrollment, lack of space, and new rules that separated junior colleges from high schools, it was merged with College of DuPage in 1967. When it was open, Lyons Township Junior College was nicknamed Tick-Tock Tech due to its location near the clock tower. Infrastructure. Transportation. Two major highways traverse LaGrange. The village's main street, LaGrange Road, runs north-south. Ogden Avenue runs east-west. US 34 intersects with the Tri-State Tollway west of the village, while U.S. December 20th 45 intersects Interstate 55 south of the village. The BNSF Railway also runs through LaGrange. Daily commuter service on the line connecting Aurora and Chicago is provided by Metra and stops at two stations within the village, LaGrange Road and Stone Avenue. Amtrak also serves the station nearest LaGrange Road. Freight rail traffic on the line is extremely heavy, with BNSF operating freight trains on all three mainline routes through the village. During non-rush hours, a freight train may run along the line as frequently as once every 10 minutes on average. The nearby Indiana Harbor Belt Railroad runs underneath the BNSF line and has trains running through non-stop. Passenger airline service is available at O'Hare and Midway airports, both located in Chicago. A proposed passenger rail line connecting the two airports would have a station in LaGrange. Commuter bus service is provided by PACE, the suburban bus division of the Regional Transportation Authority. LaGrange was once home to a municipal airfield called Stinson Airport. The airport was closed in the late 1950s and is now a large quarry. Healthcare. LaGrange Memorial Hospital, operated by Adventist Health System, is a Level 2 trauma center. The hospital has 270 inpatient beds. A $79 million renovation and expansion of the facility was completed in early 2007. Notable people